I'm not gonna treat a trans guy any differently than I would treat a cis guy. Like, I want him to be taller, I want him to be masculine, etc. Oh, I want all my clothes designer. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dawn Marie and I'm a transgender woman. If you're new to my channel, welcome. We love you here. Please subscribe to my channel and make sure to hit the notification bell. Today's topic, we are going to be talking about, would I date a trans male? Now, I've been asked this question on many occasions. I wanted to just make it clear in one video so that people can just kind of see my standpoint and so that I can just kind of sit here and chit chat with you guys about the topic and how I feel about the question. I don't want to say anything that's like offensive for anybody, because like I know that these kind of topics can become super problematic. I do want to like be able to say my honest opinion and not like be afraid to like have a decent conversation with y'all. I do want you guys to like sound off in the comments below and just leave your opinions on all the things that I'll be discussing today. Would I date a trans guy? My direct answer to would I date a trans guy is yes. I don't exclude them from like my dating apps, and like I've actually matched with a few very handsome trans men, and like, you know, we chit-chatted and we got along well, and some of them we were about to meet up but things just didn't work out, and like, you know, I talked to them as if I was talking to any other male that I'm attracted to. It honestly didn't feel any different. They were very handsome, they were masculine, and let me just get one thing out there, like I am super attracted to masculinity. So the trans men that I do go for are usually more cis looking, I guess. And now I don't want that to offend anybody, but like that's just who I match with. And like some of the trans guys that I matched with who passed as cis, I didn't know they were trans, but once I found out they were trans, it didn't change anything. I talked to them as if they were a regular dude, and they talked to me and respected me as a woman. It didn't feel any different, and I wouldn't mind going on a date with a trans guy and getting to know a trans guy. I don't want anyone to get offended by this, but for me to date a trans guy, like this is my preference and I don't want to be judged by it, but for me to date a trans guy, he must be taller than me. I'm sorry I said it. And like I know like a lot of trans men feel dysphoric about that because they're usually shorter. There are a lot of tall trans men out there, and like, you know, it's just, I don't want to treat a trans man any differently and then throw a pity party for him and be like, oh, I'll date you because you're a trans guy and you're short, but like that's not usually what I'll go for, but I'll still date, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm gonna like go through the selection of trans men like how I would go through the selection of cisgendered men as well when I'm seeking them out. Like, I want a taller guy, I want a guy who has bigger features than me, and there are trans men who have those things that I'm looking for, and that's just my preference. So when it comes down to the bedroom, now that's a whole different story. Like, it kind of freaks me out because I don't know what to expect in the bedroom. Like, I don't know who's gonna do what or how to start or if he's even comfortable with me touching anything down there. I never had a situation where I was with a trans guy and it started to get a little hot between us two and we went to the bedroom and started getting freaky. Like, it never actually happened. So I have to admit that it does kind of scare me to think about like how that would go down, because I know a lot of trans people get triggered by things like touching their genital areas or doing this or saying this, you know, and I don't know, there's so many rules when it comes to certain trans people, and I'm aware of that because that's how I was in the beginning of my transition. But the more comfortable I got, the lesser the rules got, because like I'm more comfortable with myself and secure. I'm kind of scared of how things will have to go in the bedroom. I personally do not like vagina. So like I will not lick one, I will not touch one, and like I will not play with one, you know what I mean? I know a lot of pre-op trans men like to keep their vagina and they don't care about it. But if I had the preference, I'd rather have a post-op trans guy, because then I can see there's a visible penis. Like, I know that like trans men, from like being on hormones and whatnot, like they grow a penis and their shaft gets longer from the hormones. I swear I don't want to offend anybody, but this is just my preference. Like, if I'm gonna date a trans male, like, I want him to eventually be post-op in the future. That's my preference. There, I said it. I don't want anyone to come for me in the comments, but yeah, like, I would definitely date a trans guy. I kind of feel like it would be beneficial for us mutually because, you know, we would support each other. We both have our insecurities and our body dysphoria, and we both would know how to, like, pick each other's heads up when we're feeling that kind of way and make each other feel better. I feel like we would just understand each other more because of the background of where we come from and like who we are and the community that we're in. So I feel like it would be very, very cool. I'm not gonna treat a trans guy any differently than I would treat a cis guy. Like, I want him to be taller, I want him to be masculine, etc. A lot of people think that I won't date a trans guy because of like the men that I've had on my channel. I would date a trans guy. I don't want any of the trans men that watch me to feel bad about, like, you know, me saying like, oh, I would only date a trans guy if he's gonna be post-op in the future. But that's just because, like, I'm attracted to the male genitalia, and like, vaginas don't turn me on. Like, actually, they scare me. I understand it's not all about the bedroom. It's all about like the personality and like who they are as a person, the core fundamentals with this person. Are they a good person? Yes, all of those things do matter as well. I would be choosing out the trans guy just like how I would be choosing out a cis guy. He has to be sweet, he has to be trustworthy, he has to be kind, handsome, of course, and he has to have a good heart, you know what I mean? And be funny, because who doesn't like a funny guy? Who doesn't like a guy who can make them laugh? That's pretty much it. Leave your opinions on my opinions down in the comments box below. I know this video wasn't very long, but I got right to the point. Hopefully I didn't say anything that was offensive, but these are just my preferences. We all have them, you guys, so it's all good. Thank you guys for watching. Leave your comments down below. Subscribe to my channel. Have a good night or day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah.